Hi, everyone. I am super excited to be doing this with you guys tonight. I am Taylor Grindstaff. I am one of your VIP leaders. I'm super excited. More than likely, you just got started. If not, you are just jumping in. You're ready to go. So welcome. I'm so excited for you to hit the ground running. Okay, so basically our first stepping stone into being successful in this business, obviously, you want to get your 4 customers within your first 30 days to earn your $100 shopping spree. So after you have done that, obviously you can try to focus on distributors along the way, but your primary focus when you get started is gaining those 4 customers so you can earn your shopping spree. So usually that means you enter the 500 club, which we do celebrations and stuff for that as well. But after that, we are going to focus on getting you charted and hit your first promotion, which is our Ruby promotion. So basically what Ruby is an average of about $500 a month with this business. So I'm going to, let me see if I can figure out how to screen share this. I'm going to show you a Ruby chart. Okay, so you log in your eSuite and then you're going to, which is your back office, then you're going to go to your document library and type in Ruby and you can download this chart. It'll download. Awesome. Okay, so this is what we call a Ruby chart. You have 3 qualified legs. So this is 3 distributors. So people who want to join, social influencers, people who want to join to make an extra income, whatever you want to call it. So you get 3 of those, people who want to earn extra money. Everybody wants extra money, so it can be super simple. Each of these people have to be a qualified leg, which basically means they have to be at 500 in volume. And I'll go over volume here in a second. So find 3 people, help them get their first 4 to 5 customers, and usually that means they're a qualified leg. And then, yeah, so like you have your, this is you basically have entered the 500 club when you get your 4 to 5 customers. Usually that's how it works out. And then each of them show each of them how to do the same. And then you're basically Ruby. It's an average of 2,000 in total group volume. So what volume, the way volume works. So you have personal volume customers you keep under yourself personally, personal volume. And then when you start adding people into our tribe, they start signing customers and everything. They have their personal volume, but it also compresses up to you, which equals group volume. So you have your personal volume, you have your group volume. Personal volume is PV, group volume is GV, and then you have to have a total of 2,000 in group volume. So that's basically what that means. So each of these have to be at 500. You have to be at 500. It equals 2,000. It's easy peasy. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing that. But that's how you basically go Ruby. And you can print that chart off in your document library. I suggest printing it when you first get started. Even if you're new, like that's going to be your first big goal, is to shoot for Ruby, because you're going to want an average of $500 a month. So that's basically the logistics of going Ruby. We talked about the distributors, the personal volume, the group volume, but that's the logistics. So you kind of see what roadmap you have to get to Ruby. We have a monthly goal, which is called our Steps to Success. You'll hear people talk about it, S2P, Steps to, or S2S, Steps to Success, STS, whatever you want to call it, but Steps to Success, which is 3 distributors and 4 customers every single month. That should be your goal from day 1 for every month, is to get 3 distributors and 4 customers. So you've completed your Steps to Success. So you're basically creating Rubies every single month. So some people join in and they don't do anything. You'll see that happen, which is totally fine. It's just that's the way it is sometimes. So that's why it's always good to be adding to your network, adding to your group, your tribe. But that's how like you go Ruby. So complete your Steps to Success and show other people how to do that as well. The way you do that. So we're going to get down to the nitty gritty on how to go Ruby. You know, the logistics, the roadmap to where you're going. You may not always know how, but this is kind of a generic way of how it's going to happen. Things you should be doing daily to achieve Ruby. So be loud about where you're going, even if you just got started. I can remember being super loud about it and knowing where I was going. So you may have just joined, like I said, and you want an average of $500 a month, which is our Ruby promotion, just so happens. So be specific, post about it on social media. I run my business primarily through social media. So when I refer to running my business, that's it. Sometimes people want to do it more in person. It's totally fine. Talk to people about it. It's the same thing as posting on social media. You're talking to people about it every single day. So being loud about what you want, where you're going, why you want it, how it's going to change your life, how you're going to feel, what you're going to do with this income, being specific and telling your story in a different way every single day, because repetition is key, consistency is key. And the way algorithms and stuff work, people aren't going to see your posts every single day, even if you think they are. It's just not going to happen unless they go to your profile specifically every single day to look at your content, which is the goal. Like, we want people to follow us every single day and seek out our posts and what we have to share. So tell your story in a different way every single day. So like for me, for instance, when I got started, I was working full-time, 50 to 60 hours a week, going to school at night, super busy, super stressed, but I just felt like I was going through the motions. So I talked about that. Like, does anyone else feel like that? They wake up, go through their day, it's the repetitive, which is fine, but you're just going through the motions. Isn't there more to life than just going through the motions? So like connecting people on that level, I would talk about that and how I decided to step outside my comfort zone and do something I had never done before, try something I had never tried, completely out of my comfort zone. And I loved it. And I'm earning an extra income while doing it, paying off debt, being able to save more, being able to do more, go on more adventures, things like that. And then now that I had also talked about being able to retire before we had a child. Like, that was my ultimate goal because I hated my job and I was openly honest about it. Sometimes you can't be like openly honest about it on social media, but you can say like, I'm working towards being able to make an extra income, being able to do what I want with my life. You don't have to necessarily bash your job or anything like that unless you, I don't recommend negativity on your page. But basically just knowing where you're going. But like I said, now I talk about being able to stay home full time with my daughter because of one decision I made 4 years ago. And then connecting with moms on that level, because I connect with a lot of moms now. I connect with a lot of people who have PCOS, about the whole weight loss journey and everything, because I love our products so much, because I know they work with PCOS. So just being real with people and knowing what you want from the get-go. If you don't know what you want, if you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. So like when you set off on a journey, you have a map, or you at least know kind of where you're going. You may not know how you're going to get there, like the how, but you at least know where you're going, and you're loud and you're proud about it. Like when you go on vacation, you say, hey, I am going to the beach, or hey, I am going to Disney World. You tell people about it. Why not do that with this business? Tell people where you're going. Tell them the monthly income you're wanting to achieve, and you're helping people along the way do the same. But just being open and knowing where you're going, like that's so key. I remember when they announced a big bonus, was it 2-3 years ago? I think it was. I'd been in a year, I had quit my job and everything, but I hadn't earned a bonus or anything yet. And they announced a $10,000 bonus they announced I don't know if they announced the $10,000 bonus. I think they were just announcing a $5,000 bonus at the time. So I was loud and proud about that. And then come to find out they were announcing a 10,000, they doubled it at our conference, which is coming up in less than 2 weeks. So be ready to be loud and proud about bonuses that you're wanting to hit and everything. But I remember specifically, I was in the Chick-fil-A drive-through line. Funny, I love Chick-fil-A. But I was in the Chick-fil-A drive-through line and I took this picture because I was thinking about it. Because my like one of the ladies I watched on social media was talking about being loud and proud about where you're going. Like, you to know where you're going, you have to know where you're going. Or to get where you're going, you have to know where you're going. And she was talking about being specific about it. So I shouted it out on social media. Like, I was earning $5,000 in bonuses with an extra $2,000 monthly income. So it was a $7,000 average monthly income and all this. And I was being super specific. And I remember that. I was so specific. And I told it each day in a different way. And about how like this income was going to help our family, how it was going to pay off debt, how it was going to do this and that and whatever. Um, and I distinctly remember so many people messaging me after that because they were like, are you really earning this $5,000 bonus? Are you really making $2,000 extra a month from social media? Because I was loud and I was proud about it. And I was consistent in saying it every single day in a different way. So it's not just copying and pasting the same thing you did the day before. It's just telling your story with a little tweak in a different way because things change every day. There may be a new reason why you want to hit this income. There may be something else that pops up that you want to be able to achieve or something like that. But I distinctly remember people joining our tribe because I was so clear in the vision that I had for this business. I knew where I was going. I knew what I was going to achieve. You can either come along with us or you can sit on the sidelines and watch us do it. Obviously we don't want them sitting on the sidelines because we want them earning this money too. And not wishing they had joined us 5 months ago or 3 months ago or a month ago when this was announced or whatever. But I was just so loud. I was so proud about it. I knew where I was going and I knew that it was going to happen. And in March that following, like I posted that I think in December, and that February, they announced bonuses. That March I achieved those bonuses. And then there was a flood of people who were like, okay, you did what you said you were going to do. I wish I had joined you 3 months ago and got in on all of this. Now I'm ready because you know where you're going. You are achieving it. Like, you're making it happen. You're not just all words or whatever. You have the proof and like results to back it up. So it's okay to shout out where you're going and maybe not always hit it, but you're still consistently shouting it out. Like, I had shouted out a goal that we had for our tribe. We were going to hit a big promotion and we missed it. Like, we missed it. And I let it get the best of me. And then I sunk back into my comfort zone and just went through the motions. But we are ready. We are back. I am back. I am super excited. I'm amazed at what's happening this year. Like, this is our year, guys. Like, it's awesome. All the stuff that's coming. It's our year. We are hitting our double diamond promotion this by March. We are going VIP by green carpet. We are going presidential. Like, by the end of the year, we are going to be in the top 150 come next conference. Like, just watch. We're going to be 150, at least in the 150. That's our goal, or at least my goal. And I want everyone to come with us. Like, we want as many 150 people in the top 150 income earners next year at conference, because when the tide rises, we all rise. And that's not like a saying for me. I stole it from Ashley Mayfield and she stole it from someone else. I don't remember who it was, but I'm excited. Like, this year it's just different. The air is different. The atmosphere, it's I don't know if you can feel it. Like, it's happening this year, and I'm super excited that you all are with us on this. Also, so like, getting back kind of on track, got a little off the road there for a second, but people follow people who know where they're going. So be loud and proud about where you are going and just watch. People are going to flock to you. If you post it once, they're like, okay, well, she posted it once, whatever. But if you're consistently posting, You are going to be consistently popping up in their newsfeed. They're going to be seeing you all the time. And then they're like, okay, well, this is a sign. I am seeing her over and over and over again. I need to do something about this. I either need to block her or I need to join her. Like, that's just my mentality with people. Like, they're either going to join me or they're going to block me, and that's on them. I'm just here to inspire and share this information with them. It's up to them and God whether they decide to take me up on it or not. Also, like, 4 daily tasks that you should be doing every single day. Do your power hours. If you don't know what a power hour is, go to the unit section in our team page, and on day 7 it explains a power hour. Basically, it's adding people, like expanding your network, messaging and connecting with people, posting personal development. If you don't know anything about personal development, I try to post it at least once a day in our team page. Inspirational quote, inspirational video, some type of motivation. If you need more than what I post, go to YouTube. YouTube is your best friend. For trainings, if there's a training that I don't have for you guys, search YouTube. I mean, that's basically how I've gotten to where I am. I don't have an upline that I talk to or anything. Like, nobody's pouring into me. I mean, I'm self-made, and I pride myself in that. I am self-made, and it is all because of God and YouTube, trainings and stuff like that, and just being your own upline, being your own inspiration, finding people that you resonate with, and like YouTube for trainings and stuff. Like, I've done a lot on our team page and stuff, but if there's something that you all feel like we need to kind of go over or that you would like more info on, let me know. I'm more than happy to do any type of training with you guys. That's why we do these weekly trainings and everything, and our Monday night trainings. But YouTube, I mean, there's a ton of stuff on YouTube for personal development too. So motivational stuff. Stephen Furtick is really good. Steve Harvey, Jim Rohn, things like that. Like, there's a bunch of personal development books. If you're not growing your mind, you're not going to grow your paycheck. And most like millionaires, I know, like, you can think like you're far from being a millionaire, but millionaires started where you are. They all start with at least $1. They start with $1, go to 100, 1,000, 100,000, million. I mean, it all starts somewhere. So they had to start somewhere, and reading and growing yourself, growing your mind, is so important and so crucial. So I heard, like I said, millionaires, they read a book a week, like a book a week at least. And my goal is to read a couple of books a month. So far I've read 1, and I'm on my 2nd one for this month, so I'm doing good. But if you're not growing your mind, you can't expect to grow your paycheck, because if you're not stepping outside your comfort zone, if you're not comfortable being uncomfortable, how do you expect to reach new levels you've never been if you're not doing things you've never done? Someone told me that one time, and I was just like, okay, like, I have to consistently be stepping outside my comfort zone to grow into the person God created me to be, so I can achieve the things that he wanted me to achieve. So personal development is so important, especially from the beginning, because you're pouring out consistently. You're going to get no's. Just newsflash, if you haven't gotten a no, you're either not messaging or you're a genius, because I get no's all the time. But it doesn't faze me as much as it did before, because I'm doing personal development. I'm just like, okay, no just means no, not right now. They're not in the time of their life where they need this business, where they need these products, and that's okay. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be the first person they think of when they need it. So I'm always popping in their inbox and letting them know about new promotions, checking in with them, seeing how things are going, having that relationship with them. Like, I'm consistently pouring into people, and it can be draining from the beginning. Like that, it's draining. It is. So personal development is so important. Positivity, being inspired, things like that. So personal development, that's part of the power hour. Important, writing down all of your potentials. I have my list over there. But anyone you talk to about the business or a product, maybe you're waiting on payday or something, make sure you still write them down in your potentials list. So having, like, my notebook is like this, it's just a little notebook, and I keep a like running list of potentials, like they're, if I found them on Facebook or Instagram, because those are my two platforms. I'm trying to add in TikTok. I'm still not sure about that one yet. You could do Snapchat, but anyway, for Facebook, I write down their first and their last name, what product we talked about, goal we talked about, or if they're a distributor or potential distributor. Instagram's a little bit different. It's still writing down product or if they're a potential distributor, but I write down their Instagram handle name, which is, for those that don't know, like their name, like mine is up at the top right there, Taylor Day 33, like that's my handle name. But then you also write down their first and their last name right there. So if they don't have a first and last name, I still write down whatever it is bold in there, and then their handle name, because people like to change their Instagram handle names, I found quite often, which I can understand, like when you get married, but people change them sometimes like once a week. I'm like, okay, how can you keep coming up with all of these random names? So if you search for the one you had written down and they've changed it, it's not going to pop up unless you have their first and their last name and you type that in instead. So keep that in mind, because I have found out the hard way that that's not always, you can't always count on the Instagram handle name. So writing down your potentials list, because we are going to be having huge announcements and you're going to be mass following up with people like who's shown interest in the business, in products, because we're having new products, we're having sales, we're having bonuses, promotions, things like that. So you're going to be following up with people, and trust me, they get lost in the shuffle of your messages if you don't write them down. Because I thought, oh, well, I'll just go through my messages. You are going to be talking to a lot of people and they get lost. I mean, I hate to say it, but they just do. And if you're doing your power hours right, they're going to get lost. So because you're going to be messaging a bunch of people and reaching out and connecting with other people. And so they're going to be at the bottom and you're going to have to scroll. Yeah. So just write them down, and it's so much easier to search them that way. Post a post. My goodness. This was really big a couple of years ago, especially this time last year. It's still big, guys. Like, don't think Host to Post is dead. I actually just signed 2 customers from one Host to Post the other day. It's a numbers game, and you got to kind of get around the whole algorithm thing. But I have examples in our team page that you all can use for Host to Post. Go to the albums, just go up to the top and search Host to Post. Like it's huge. Basically having somebody host a post for you that you send them, and then you go to the comments and message the people who comment and stuff. So it's expanding your network that way. That's the main reason or main way I expand my network on Facebook. I still go to groups and stuff like that, but Host to Post is just where it's at, guys. You just have to be consistent with it. You have to stay on top of it, and it's a numbers game. The more people you message, the more Host to Posts you're going to get up, the more customers you're going to get. So, and just believing that you can do it. That's my next point. You could be doing all the stuff. You could be doing your power hours. You could be messaging people, reaching out, connecting. You could be doing all of the things, and your mindset may not be right, and that's why you're not being successful. Because this was me a few months ago. I was still doing the exact same thing I've always been doing, but it got in my mind, like, am I really capable of achieving this goal? Am I really worthy of this type of an income? Really worthy of being a leader? Am I able to change my family tree like that? Like, am I worthy to have this? And I still struggle with it every single day. But I mean, there's a Bible verse I'm trying to think of, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it says that God created you for such a time as this. Like, that's in Esther, but there's another one about how he created success. Let me see if I can find it really quick, because it's so good. Let me see if I can find it. His plans to prosper. Okay, it's Jeremiah 29:11. I knew this. Jeremiah 29:11. This is the New Living Translation. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, the They are plans for good and not disaster. They give you a future and a hope. Like, that just hits so hard for me. I don't know about you guys, but God didn't create you to just be mediocre. He did not create you to just survive and go through the motions. He created you for more. Like, that's the word for this year for our whole company is more. Mine is just worthy, but as a company, Mark is saying we deserve more. He is giving us more. And God did not create you to just exist. He has plans for you, plans to prosper, plans to surpass anything that you could have ever imagined. Like, you were created for that. Are you going to rise to that? Are you going to rise to your potential, guys? So, like, you, and that was that's the point, mindset. Like, going back to the whole like main point, I didn't believe I was worthy. I didn't believe that I deserved more. I believed, okay, I have what I need. We are comfortable. We don't have to have this other stuff. We are surviving. We're doing okay. We aren't struggling, but we're okay. But and I got in my mind and I thought, okay, well, we'll just kind of coast, and was doing all the things, but I wasn't enrolling like I normally do. And then I got discouraged. I was like, okay, well, maybe I was just a one-hit wonder. I'm never going to be successful again. Maybe I'm never going to inspire anybody. Maybe it's just that's it. But then I was like, no, like, I don't remember. It's just a bunch of different things along with personal development, along with praying and talking to God. Like, that was just main thing, like just talking to him, turning it over to him and having faith. Like, that's so, so big. Like, having faith that he is going to make it happen. If I'm doing my part and putting in the work, he is going to bring the harvest. We're going to reap the harvest. If you're putting in the work and you know that you're putting in the work, showing up every single day without fail, even when you don't feel like it, even if you're like not making excuses, if you're actually showing up and doing the work, he's going to bring the harvest. You just have to have faith in his timing, because if I had had what I have now 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to comprehend and wrap my mind around it because I wasn't ready. And it all happens in his timing. When it's time, he knows. And you may not have the type of income you want right now because you are frivolous in money. Like, you don't know how to manage your money. You aren't being intentional with what you have. So how can he give you more if you aren't like, if you don't have control over what you already have? That was something that we struggle with, or at least I struggle with, was making this money, and then at the end of the day wondering where it went, because I was buying all this stuff, doing all of these things, and wasting my money rather than paying off debt and doing what we needed to do. I was wasting it away. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, well, I need more money to do the things that I needed to do. No, like, you need to manage what you have now so he can bless you with more. Um, but that's kind of like, I'll kind of end it at that. Mindset, like, just going back to the main point again, mindset, believing that you can have everything that God has for you in your life. Like, you are worthy, you are able, you are capable, you are like, you're worthy of having what he has in store for you. Like, your dreams are your dreams because God has planted them in you, and you see them because it's for your life. Other people may not understand your dreams because it's not their dreams. It's not the dreams God gave them. They have other dreams, and their dreams may just be to survive, like make more than the month has. And you may have dreams of a huge house, a huge family, a huge, like, being able to travel, being able to pay off all of your debt, being debt free, being able to do what you want. And they don't understand that. So they're not going to support it because they can't wrap their brains around it. Like, that's why a lot of people aren't supportive, because they can't wrap their brains around it. They don't think it's possible because it's not their dreams. They're your dreams. So you go make them happen, whether they're supporting or not. Also, even if you just got started, you are a leader. Like, I know there's a lot of people watching live, watching the replay, whatever, who literally just got started, and people are going to watch this after, like, it's been posted and stuff, recording. But like, you may have just got started, but you're still a leader. Like, you stepped forth to do this business. You are leading from the front. Like that was always me. I wanted to be the leader I never had, like, because I never had a leader. So being the leader you have always wanted and showing up even when your team, even if you don't have a team, like showing up even when they don't. So even if you just got started, you're still a leader. And we talked about charting, distributors, and all that. So that's basically all I had. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me look over just to make sure I didn't have anything else. We talked about people following people who know where they're going, your power hours, talking about if it's already happened, but all right, well, that's all I had. I will close us in prayer and we'll finish up. Okay. Dear God, thank you for this wonderful day that you have blessed us with. Thank you for our amazing tribe and everything that they're going to accomplish in 2020. I know that you have wonderful and great, huge, amazing plans for us. Please help us to do what you have us to do, being inspiring others, reaching out, just showing up and being positive, knowing that we are worthy of everything that you have in store for our futures and our dreams that we have. Know that we can achieve those through you and your help and your guidance. Please give us the strength and courage to continue to put in the work every single day, even when we don't feel like it, because there are going to be days that we just don't feel like it, that are tough, but still putting in the work because we know that the harvest is coming, because we know it's going to be amazing, it's going to be huge, it's bountiful, because you have put it in our minds and you have it for our futures. We just have to show up. We have to be faithful and consistent and show up every single day. Please be with us this month. The next few months, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be amazingly crazy. But we know that you are working in our tribe. We are going to be a top 150 income earners next year at our conference. We know that we are capable of being a double, a triple presidential diamond team, VIP, and not just me, but our tribe. Like multiple people in our tribe are going to be able to pay off debt. They are going to be able to come home to their children. They're going to be able to build the houses they want, buy the cars they want, be able to travel the world, go on vacations, have and do what you have in their dreams, make them a reality. Please just put that faith in us, put that confidence in us, because we know that we can have it if it's through you, because you are working through us every single day. But please be with each and every one of us for the rest of the week and the next few months in 2020, and make it the best year yet. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, guys, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. I'll get this uploaded. But yeah, thanks, guys.